Hey, this is Squirtly. Sorry I haven't uploaded anything in a while. I mean, I have, just not Vanguard related, or deck profiles or stuff like that. I've actually had a bunch of decks done for a while now that I've been meaning to do profiles of. So, I'm going to start it off with this one. This is my Oracle Think Tank deck. So I can get that to focus a little better. There we go. Alright, this is my Oracle Think Tank deck. Our Little Witch Lulu as the starter. Her skill is, she's not a forerunner. Instead, she just stays in your soul when you ride. But when you ride a grade 3, that's when you can move her to a rearguard circle. And then her other skill is when you move her to a rearguard circle, you choose 2 cards in your soul, move them to drop zone, and draw. It's not actually soul blasting, you just choose 2 cards in your soul, 2 Oracle Think Tank from your soul, and move them to the drop zone for a free draw. So unlike most starters who are a +1 for moving back, but then they minus or break even by moving into the soul, she's actually just a direct +2. So she's a very nice starter. So now you've seen Lulu, and you're probably wondering, oh, well, I guess he's running soulless, because that's Think Tank. That's probably the most popular Think Tank build out there right now, apart from the new extra booster about to come out. And it empties his soul. Well, let me show you this. I'm running 4 CEO Amaterasu. Now, CEO Amaterasu is a set 1 triple rare card, Oracle Think Tank, grade 3. She's only a 10k base, which is a little bit of a problem with all the K clones running around, but not a horrible problem. Her skill, however, she has a continuous skill, where if you have 4 or more cards, she gets plus 4,000. This includes after drive check, so if you're at 2 and you drive check and that puts you at 4, she still gets the plus 4,000 during her attack. So she can break attacks that way, that you're a dick if you don't tell your opponent about it. But, so she attacks for pretty much 14k unboosted, meaning a 7k booster puts her at 21. So I mean, she's really good in that aspect. She, her next skill is at the beginning of every turn, you soul charge 1, or at the beginning of your main phase, you soul charge 1, look at the top card of your deck, and then put it on top or bottom, every turn. So you know if you're going to drive check a trigger, you know if you need to drop something so you can draw a perfect guard or something like that. You know what's coming up. If you don't like it, you can put it on bottom so you have a better chance of hitting a trigger, etc. Her last skill almost never happens in this deck because of Lulu. It's a Mega Blast skill. When she hits, you Soul Blast 8, Counter Blast 5, draw up to 5. Doesn't really happen in this deck. She is mainly here, pretty much entirely here, just for her second skill where you check the top card. It puts a lot of pressure on your opponent when you leave it on top. They expect a trigger. Even if it's not, you just made them guard for more. If it is, they dropped more to like 2 to pass or no pass you, and then you just put it on a rear guard anyway. So, really good card. And then I run 3 Goddess of the Sun Amaterasu. It is a cross ride of CEO. So, it gains it's an 11k, it becomes 13 if you have CEO in the soul. I try not to ride this. This is mainly a backup ride, or if I absolutely need the defense, I can ride up to 13. Her skills limit break 4, counter blast 2 when you hit, search your deck for a Think Tank, put it in your hand. Any Think Tank. So it's just a free +1 of your choice for counter blast 2. So yeah, she's mainly a backup ride, but you can cross ride if you need to. So now for grade 2s, I run Silent Tom, 4 of them. Silent Tom, if you don't know what he does, he's a 8k, sorry, he's an 8k grade 2. When he attacks, if you have a Think Tank Vanguard, your opponent can't guard with 0s. Meaning your opponent has to guard in intervals of 5k. Which can become a pain when he gets triggers, because a Tom with Gemini boosting him is a 16k column. So Tom is this deck's win condition, pretty much. You check the top card, raise the chance of you hitting a critical trigger, or just a trigger in general, and win with Tom. Run 3 Battle Sister Tart, 10k vanilla. I prefer her over Wise Man just for the art. You're stupid to run Wise Man. Unless you're running more than 4 10k vanillas. But yes, Battle Sister Tart. 10k vanilla, very good ride. She's the preferred ride of the deck, just for that extra defense. And she makes 18k columns with Gemini. So, cross rides, which are about to get popular. We run 3 Susanoo. This is the 12k Amaterasu attacker, the Burning Horn clone for Amaterasu. It can swing at a Vanguard unboosted. And it makes a 20k with Gemini, but more importantly, it makes an 18k column with every other booster in the deck, besides the starter. So, good attacker. And then I run 2 Maiden of Libra. She's the counterblast. She's the original counterblast 2 to draw when you hit card. Run her just for added pressure. Really, I mean, people don't want you drawing, especially in a think tank deck. People just really don't want you drawing more cards. So I like her for that. She adds pressure. Now we run the most important grade 1, in my opinion, like by far, Gemini. I really wish Think Tank could get another 8k booster with better artwork, but Gemini works. Ugly Terminator baby. But he's 8k booster, makes a 16k column with Tom, makes 21k column with Cross-Ridden Goddess, makes 22k with CEO, which is really only useful for MLB, but it's still over 21. Yeah, you need him for numbers in this deck. He also makes 18k with this card, which is Sayori Hime. She's the K clone for Amaterasu. Yeah, she's, once again, 7k booster, helps with numbers. 21 with Amaterasu, 18 with Uncross-Ridden Goddess, 15 with Tom's not as important. She breaks 18 with Susanoo, 16 with Libra, and if she's boosted by Gemini, she makes an 18k column. So, focusing a lot on numbers here. Now we run 4 Battle Sister Chocolat. Battle Sister Chocolat's the perfect guard. Obviously you want 4. You have enough hand presence that you're always going to be able to drop a card for perfect guard. Especially nowadays with all these giant attacks. Alon Reverse coming in with criticals. In a deck that doesn't rely on limit break, perfect guards are really important. So, guard early and then perfect guard big attacks. Namely Alon Reverse right now. 1 Petal Fairy. Petal Fairy is the 6k booster. When she boosts an attack that hits, you can drop a card to draw a card. This is just for cycling out the hand. If you know that your top card's not a trigger, and you can drop this behind a rear guard and hit, and then drop to draw, so you can draw the card and still have a chance of hitting a trigger, that's good. She's just there for cycling through when you need certain cards. And 1 Battle Sister Cocoa. Cocoa is a 6k booster. When you play her on rear guard, you check the top card of your deck and put it on top or bottom. Vanguard or rear guard, actually. Sometimes I get stuck having to ride her as a grade 1, but it's not really a problem because it gives me a better chance of critting my opponent turn 1. She's also good for helping with grade lock if that's a problem, or just getting a better ride or anything like that. She's basically there for pre-Amaterasu. Now for triggers, I have crits, obviously. This is Think Tank. 9 crit triggers. 4 Psychic Birds. Yeah, you need 4 Psychic Birds because you can shove them in the soul to draw a card, if that's actually important to you. If you really want to drop the 10k shield. Then you have 4 Nike, and 1 Ginger. It doesn't really matter what ratio those are in. I just recommend 4 Psychic Birds as one of the 4 copy cards. 3 Battle Sister Tiramisu. Draw trigger. As if the deck doesn't... Well, I mean, it's really this Think Tank variation doesn't draw a whole ton, but the draw triggers definitely help. They just give you even more hand. And 4 Battle Sister Kai. I don't run the recyclable... I keep off-centering these. I don't run the recyclable heal trigger. I just run Battle Sister Kai. Mainly because I love the art. So, and I don't really think recycling your heal triggers is a great idea, because it is a direct minus to you, and you lose 10k shield from your hand, just for the chance to heal later. So yeah, that's my Think Tank deck. Love this deck. It's, even now, at my locals, been topping pretty consistently every time I use it, which isn't often, but when I do use it, it does very well. It just becomes a huge mind game between toms and checking the top card with CEO. So, very consistent. Love it. Thanks for watching. I'm hoping to have some more of these up soon. Bye.